In November 2008, the City Foundation and the Fund for Sustainable Development announced the launch of the Improving Communities Right Now program in the Volga and Ural federal districts. The program is aimed towards supporting sustainable community development through assisting small businesses in Gorodetsky district in Nizhny Novgorod region and Nivansky district in Sverdlovskaya region. Program activities include training in the practical aspects of starting, running, and developing a business. In the course of the training, participants have a chance to design their own business projects for grant contests. The winners in these contests have received quite substantial awards. Participants in the Improving Communities Right Now program share their impressions, vision of entrepreneurship and its role in society, and speak about the significance of the training seminars for local business development.
You can grasp the basics of this trade in 10 minutes, but you have to learn it all your life. I studied at an art school, then graduated from a vocational school. Worked at a computer club, in a store, in a warehouse and at a construction site. On my first day at this job I was told, here is the wheel and put the clay over here, and that was it. I learned the rest on my own. I believe that as more people start working for themselves, the more interesting it will be to be around them, because they will not be thinking about how to relax, but about how to preserve their business. I was taught at this shop practically like a child, and that is why it was much easier for me than for others. If there will be no such schools as Olga Alexandrovna's, it will be bad, because she is like a mother to first-time entrepreneurs.
I've read about the grant contest in the local newspaper and decided to give it a try. I have a small alteration shop, but in the future I would also like to do custom tailoring and hire more people to increase my staff. I like the traditional Russian style in embroidering clothing, and I thought, why don't we come up with our own city clothing style? It will look very nice and will become the face of our city. The most important thing they taught us at the project Start Your Own Business was how not to end up in debt. The 300,000 ruble grant was also very helpful. It gave my business the impetus it needed. You hear that there is no work, but for those who want to work, there is always a good chance of finding what to do.
In the course of 10 years, I was a member of an artist community in Moscow, which was an art gallery with accommodation for artists who lived and worked there and held exhibitions on weekends. I have had the idea to organize something like that here for quite a long time, but there was no possibility to do this. And now, when there is, I will expand the existing art studio by adding 2 guest rooms on the 2nd floor and turning the attic into a gallery. Artists will come here to live and work and will be inspired by local Gorodets motifs. And this will of course result in new exhibitions.
At the training, I have received both the support and knowledge I needed, and became sure that I was doing the right thing. I think that precisely small businesses are capable of saving any country, both spiritually and materially. Because those who are responsible for what they are doing are a great support for their country. I believe that a real business should be based on trust, not only on money making. It should bring inner satisfaction to its owner.
был небольшой опыт, но я не представлял, как лучше.
I have had some experience in this area, but had no idea how to better organize and develop my own business.
Вот. Пройдя тренинг,
I must say that at the training my eyes opened to many things.
то есть мне действительно открылись глаза на многие вещи.
I became an absolutely different person.
И хотя я выиграл грант, выиграл все 3...
And though I won a grant of only 300,000 rubles, while not everyone won even that full amount, I was grateful to my teachers for the knowledge they gave me.
Просто за то, что я прошел обучение.
Человеку уже мало просто увидеть, купить поделку.
It is not enough to simply choose and buy a souvenir. People want to be involved in creating it.
Он у нас сейчас не развит.
However, this segment is not properly developed here. While working on this idea of building the Princess City, I decided that the time had come to start opening blacksmith shops.
Спасибо фонду.
To carve wood, you need good tools. The foundation supplied us with sets of paring gouges, like the ones old artisans use, and also with angle sections. All made by a skilled blacksmith who used charcoal. I hope that the real Gorodets wood carving technique will be revived very soon. Seminars and training like the ones I have attended help to preserve the ancient skill of wooden house building. The government makes big promises but delivers little. We are working on our own initiative and enthusiasm. And my only wish is that no one interferes.
Мне бы хотелось просто
I would like to extend on behalf of all of us and the students our great appreciation to those who are helping children and disabled citizens and who are not trying to avoid working with those who are going through extremely different times and are in need of help.
и не внушаются общаться с людьми.
Для меня очень важно, что
For me, it's very important that attitudes toward entrepreneurs have begun to change in our community. They're no longer viewed as people to whom money falls from the sky, who drive good cars and cheat customers.
которые только лишь обманывают.
Our population is beginning to realize that an owner of a business is a manager and a responsible person who's doing something that is really important.
Занимается каким-то очень важным делом.
Городец – это город-музей, это город музеев.
Gorodets is a real open-air museum, and its historical heritage must be protected. And this is exactly what we are doing today.
Помогать нашим знаменитым фабрикам.
We are putting in every effort to help our famous wood painting and gold embroidery factories.
Уникальнейшие – это наши индивидуалы, это мастера, которые сегодня.
We also have unique artisans who work at home in their shops.
Люди небогатые.
And these are not wealthy people. They are not interested in kitsch. They're trying to save traditional techniques. And of course, they need all kinds of support, be it special tools or the publication of a catalog of their craft work.
Будь то приобретение инструментов, будь то создание каталога их изделий.
У нас очень славные традиции.
We have very good traditions and a rich history.
Здесь в свое время
When factories began to be built in the Urals several centuries ago, this whole thing started in the city of Nevyansk. Our people have a great potential. When we adjust ourselves and start moving ahead, Russia will become one of the leaders of the world economy.
Providing assistance to first-time entrepreneurs is obviously an important task in any circumstances. However, it is much more important to encourage business and civic activity in distant regions of the country, which for many citizens of Russia is the only way to become economically independent and confident about their future. Thanks to support from the City Foundation and the Fund for Sustainable Development, dozens of community members in Gorodets and Nevyansk have chosen this route.